Tubsters. Long time no see or speak. For those of you who know, you probably know that there's been a lot of crap and stress going on. If you're wondering what this is more of that Juju crafting video. I have gotten back on working on it. Once this has incubated, if you will, or gestate, or whatever the right word is, for 9 days, it'll be time for the next video, and then I'll finally get those. I think I got like 2 or 3 more videos of that series to finish filming, and then I'll release it. So it's definitely coming. But anyway, back to this. There's just been a lot of shit, and as you can tell by the title of this video, this is a spell to banish a person away permanently. This is going to keep them banished as long as you keep this spell. The only way you could reverse this is if you dug up the spell and did like a removal. Basically, that's basically the only way you could do it. Unless someone is potent enough to supersede and somehow override your work, which is kind of the case with anything, honestly. Any working can be, if done correctly and known how to and all that, it can be overridden. Anyway, the point of the matter is, if this isn't messed with by anyone else and you've done it with powerful intention, this will last you the rest of your life. This is a spell that you would do if there's no way to reconcile, or either party or parties is not interested in reconciling. You know, sometimes we go through shit that's so impactful that we can never see the person the same again. And some things get said or done that are so hurtful, sometimes you can't forgive them for it. And in order to be able to work on yourself and be in a better place for yourself and all that, you just need them gone and out of the way, so you're not constantly being triggered and reminded, and having that, you know, you can't heal in the same place you get sick. And sometimes having that relationship, whether it's you that did something to them and or they did something to you, you're just going to perpetually make one or the other or both sick, spiritually and mentally and emotionally and psychologically and all that. So it's just best to remove yourselves from each other, from y'all's lives and paradigm and all that. So that's what this spell is for. I really don't like doing these types of workings. In fact, one of my rules is kind of like, when I'm around non-magical people, I try to like not handle things the magical way. But it's just, this shit's been going on way too long. There's just, I'm over it. And this was kind of just the final straw. So yeah, that's what this is. This I put a little pictorial sigil on the top for working with a matron patron, and the way that this spell works is that it's kind of well, let me say what the ingredients are. So the ones that I specifically used in the video are moss, and I think this is specifically forest moss. I have black mustard seed. I used spirit ash. I did show y'all the confusion powder. Hopefully you can see it better in here. And then this was the black mustard seed. This liquid was basically just the water from black fungus, okay? Oh, you didn't see. Dried black fungus. This is kind of like an Asian market type of thing. Black fungus is really great for finality, death working. I'm not putting them to death. It's just our ties, our connections, our relationship is being put to death. So you could use a death water, or you could use, I specifically used that because I wanted to try it out, just to get a feel for how it works. if I feel I need to redo this, and I will, because I have some Nav River water, which is basically my version of death water. So you can use it. You could use an oil, death oil, if that's what you have. But something about bringing it to death. Now, you don't want a destruction per se. Well, I guess you could use destruction, but you wouldn't want to use the doom oil, because it's not about doing it to them. It's about doing it to both of you. You're both having a wedge drawn between you two, so you don't see each other and all that. So basically, there's a nail in here that's to wedge and cut the ties, stab the ties that bind. What else have been here? I said spirit ash, that's to represent the person. Confusion powder, moss. The moss is to symbolize overgrowth and kind of. This is a banishment, and it's a permanent one, yes, but it's also like a natural occurrence. The natural order of things will kind of take course, and y'all will just drift apart, and will completely lose contact, maybe even forget about each other completely, because it's just, you're so drifted apart, okay? And then that's what the moss is, kind of like the overgrowth. It's like the path is not only lost, but also forgotten. It's been taken over and reclaimed, and kind of think of along lines of cobblestone walkways or driveways or anything like that, and the grass and moss and all that just grows over and takes over it. That's kind of what the moss is functioning as in here. I'm trying to remember what else I put in here. I think that was it. There really wasn't much in here. Yeah, I am gonna make a video talking about spirit ash at some point, but I wanted to come on here and share this with y'all. Because, there's a lot of shit going down during this whole quarantine, COVID, new election, BLM, riots, all of it. It's just, and now Beirut, like all of it. It's just, it's fucking with a lot of people, to say the least. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm going to be putting in the description box the ingredients and substitutions, as well as the final enchantment or incantation that I said at the end. Fun fact, if you pay attention, you can actually see when I'm doing the final incantation, you can tell that it's the sealing and the solidification of the working, because you see my aura change, you see it expand and contract, and then as soon as I'm done with the incantation, my aura goes back to normal, and it's just really cool. And then also towards the end, my fingers start shaking and vibrating with all the chi that's going through. That's because I was really enforcing that, driving a wedge, us being separated and never getting back together and never talking to each other again and never having to deal with this bullshit and all that. And you can really see that even though that you don't hear any of the original noise, and even though I wasn't talking in that video when I was recording it, because my roommate was there when I was, it was just, you can just see the potency, and I think it's really cool. It's a nice way. It was almost like the Black Madonna gave me some validation to remind me that I am a boss-ass witch, because I'm not gonna lie, with all the shit that's been going on, I've been feeling really battered down, and it was nice to, that was kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't uploading anymore, is that between being burnt out from the mini-series and just recording too much, and dealing with shit at work and responsibilities in general and other personal shit, and feeling like I'm perpetually letting people down one way or another. It was just kind of really hard to deal with, and I just wasn't really feeling like myself, and I just couldn't get myself to upload. In fact, I wasn't even sure if I was going to come back to YouTube, to be honest, but it's just, I love sharing my craft and my tradition and my practice, and I love connecting with others that do the same. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Well, maybe not necessarily enjoy it, but I hope it serves you well, and if you need to use it, I hope it works well for you. Let me know if you use anything different than what I suggested in here. Yeah, thanks for supporting me, loving me, sticking by me through all of this, and thank you for being patient. As always, abundant internal blessings. See you later. Mwah.